Well, hello, folks. Hey, I have a story to tell you. It's a story that I learned about a long time ago. I was leading a nature hike, interpretive hike, many years ago for a nature center as part of an interpretive training course I was doing for them. And we were walking along the trail, and we went past an old farmhouse that was falling apart. It was sitting back away from the trail, and it was kind of old and gray. And everybody stopped and looked at it. And then they started asking the questions. Well, how long has it been here? Well, who built it? Why would they build a house when there's all these trees around them? And of course, the answer was that the trees weren't here when they built it. This was all farmland. Well, how long did they stay here? What did they do? Where did they go? Why did they have to leave their home? And I learned then and there the need to be able to interpret the things that have been abandoned, the farmhouses, the cabins, the old factories, the old farm fence, the old stores downtown. See, we're surrounded by human history and natural history too. But for some reason, the people could relate to a home being abandoned as opposed to a wildflower being abandoned. And since I have time on my hands during the Corvallis problem, and I'm stuck here in my home, in my office with my bugs. I thought it'd be worthwhile for me to take my 40 years of experience in interpretation and interpreting things that were abandoned, Native American sites, historic campsites, Lewis and Clark campsites, old battlefields, and even abandoned cemeteries. See, there's a wealth of stories out there. I was walking along a creek one day when I was about 12 years old in Mansfield, Ohio, and I came upon this, a Native American grinding stone. It was just sitting there by the edge of the creek, and I picked it up, and my dad said, "Well, that's an Indian grinding stone." There was probably a village nearby, and this was a good water source, so they could prepare their food. Back then, there may have even been fish in it, and it was fresh water. And then it was abandoned. It was left. Now, why would you leave something as precious as a grinding stone? What was the reason? These were valuable tools. You just didn't make one overnight, and they were often passed down through generations. So I started thinking about all the stories that are hidden. I was working in Greece 2 years ago, uh, interpreting mining history, mining culture from 5,000 years ago. And our team was standing outside a fenced-in old mine, and I picked up this piece of rock, which was silver ore. And that abandoned mine that we were standing in front of operated up to 2,000 years ago for silver, but it was operated by slaves. And slaves would go in and they would work and work and work for maybe several months, never seeing daylight, and they would die, and their bodies were brought out and new slaves were put in. The stories of the abandoned. So even this is a playing stone. Oop, there we go. From Chickawa Mounds in Ohio, found in one of the archaeological digs. This was important to somebody. It went to a lot of trouble to make it. And there's a story, I guess, gateway. Every artifact is a gateway to the site, the people that developed it, that valued it, that treasured it, that used it. And then the time came when they had to leave and it was just left. So that's what this course is about. My name's John Vaverka. I'm the director of the Heritage Interpretation Training Center. I developed this course based on my 40 years of doing interpretation and doing interpretive storytelling. Written a few textbooks on interpretation as well. I taught interpretation at Ohio State University and Michigan State University, and lectured for tourism institutes at New York University and a bunch of others. So I have a lot of experience in uh, telling stories and researching stories and presenting stories, but also in training others to how to tell a story in a memorable way and in a way that makes sure that the visitors remember something about the story. We want to always leave the visitor asking for more, and that's what a good storyteller does. So that's what this course is about. Uh, I'm going to serve as the course coach. You will do assignments. You will send them to me, and I will review them. You can talk with me anytime you want. Unlike a lot of online courses, like with Epley Center and some others, where the instructor is unknown, it's a wisp of air somewhere. You get to talk to me. Um, you can email me. I can give you a call, and we can talk on Skype as well about your ideas. My goal is to give you skills and ideas and concepts to help you reveal the stories that are sleeping in those things that have been abandoned, but were important to people at one time, and reveal those stories in relatable ways to your audiences and leave them asking for more. So that's what the course is about. It's a brand new course. Uh, I'm pretty proud of it. And since I'm here at home for weeks because of the coronavirus, I have a lot of time on my hands. And when I'm not thinking about stories about the event, I'm thinking about my bugs, and I got a arboretum in my backyard. And for an old guy, I got lots to do, and I'm happy to share it with you. So I hope you enjoy the course, and if you decide to enroll in it. If you have any questions, you can send me an email. And let's learn more about how to interpret the abandoned and the stories that are waiting to be revealed together. Bye bye.